Did you know that Legacy Fund Limited provides opportunities for individual or companies to purchase stocks in companies such as the Belize Electricity Limited and the Belize Water Services Limited? Contact Legacy Funds today to find out more. Welcome back to Roaming Rhonda. If you are just joining us, I want to ask you to share this live, tag as many of your friends as possible. Cecilio has a way of stopping at these places, and I tell you, every time he stops, I am pleasantly surprised. I am sure that all of us are going to have a great time when we get on the inside. This place looks like, I would have said, rootsy and vibesy. So let's go on the inside and find out what's so rootsy and vibesy about this place. If I did not tell you where we were, this place could pass for anywhere in Belize, but no, we are still in Panama, and we've decided to stop into this place because they say this guy is the best cook this side of the Mississippi. And for us to know that, we had to stop in to see if we can possibly try. All right? He is in here having a full conversation with his microphone. But what he does not recognize is that I am recording his voice. All right. So, we are in here. His name is Felix. Felix, I am Rhonda.
Nice to meet you.
I am excited to meet you. I am excited to have this conversation. I'm excited to taste at least something that you make.
Okay.
Because like we say in Creole, out there the word, that you that the guy.
Well.
You that the man where people say, please, let's have a seat and learn a little bit. If you are just joining us, like I said, we are in Bocas Del Toro, Panama. This is the most southern town or village, close to Costa Rica?
Yeah, this goes to Costa Rica.
This is a border town for Costa Rica.
We make border town with Costa Rica.
Excellent. So maybe next we'll roam into that place again, into Costa Rica. But for now, we are sitting down with Felix. Felix, tell me a little bit about you. Who is Felix in terms of being Panamanian? And I mean, when I look at you, I see if you did not open your mouth, or if you did not know, when you open your mouth, you're even more convincing. But before you open your mouth and before I saw your attire, I thought I was going to come to maybe a more Garifuna type situation.
Yeah.
Because I see that the cultures are very similar. But when I walk in here, I felt a full Caribbean vibe. I felt so comfortable and to a vibe that I can more relate to because I am Caribbean heritage as well. My father is Vincentian. We have a lot of Caribbean culture inside of us. When I walk in, I look like a Jamaican shop.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what them always ask me. Well, even living here, many people know me and them always ask me, you is Panamanian? You is Panamanian? Because the way I dress, the way I speak, what my living exactly. I do it so deep down that I like why those tell them I realize that, or not to realize, I know my nationality is Panamanian, my origin is African. And all our black people supposed to know that we all is one motherland, that's Africa. So that's my liberty here, and I try to transmit it to the young youth who don't know, because really, when we here in Panama, and I don't think only in Panama, I can be part of Costa Rica, I have some friends in Costa Rica, what we know is what we colonizer teach us. And then I know colonizer not going to teach us the truth about us.
The man say when they colonize his ancestors, they told them what they wanted them to know and nothing more. So now it is his duty to find out the truth and share it. You know, when we make these travels, it is important to have the conversation with people. The people connection is really, really important. I think a lot of times we have an idea of the type of people that we will find in a country. So when we go to Belize, we'll find a certain kind of people. To anywhere in the world, we have a typical idea of who we will find. I like to run into the people that we didn't think we were going to find and have a full conversation with them and find out why and how did you start to come into yourself, if you will? Because I would imagine, when you were growing up, you're a Panamanian boy, or you were never that Panamanian boy?
Well, I was a Panamanian guy. I didn't have that deep really to growing up, actually. You know, living the system, you don't pay much mind about your culture, but I always have that. One of my great teachers would say, what you is what you is. It might take time to grow in it, but you can grow up in it. And really, in all of my family, the only one have that really live it at the Africanness. I have to say, even sometimes my parents, they not so agree with what I do or the way I dress, what I wear.
Well, make we stop there for a minute. Where were your parents born?
Well, my grandfather, what they told me, because always say they didn't used to teach, they don't speak much about we are relatives, but we are ancestors. I had a year say, no, your grandfather was Jamaican, my grandmother.
But your father was born in Panama.
Panama, yes.
Both of your parents?
Yes. Born in
Are
Panama.
both of your parents Caribbean heritage?
Exactly.
So both of them are from somewhere, their parents are from somewhere in the Caribbean?
Yes, exactly, somewhere in the Caribbean.
So now, how many siblings do you have?
How many?
Siblings, brothers and sisters.
I have 6 of us, 4 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay, so the 6 of you in the house, and now you decide that you will be yourself.
Exactly.
How difficult was this decision, and how are you viewed in your family?
Well, I was difficult, I won't say so much. But yes, even when I start to have I decide to have my locks grow. The question was, Felix, why you don't trim? Why you don't trim? You don't look good, why you don't trim? I said, no, I'm not trimming. Okay, I make the diet. Even when I make the locks, I used to shave, you know, the system as a, now the question is, why you don't shave? Why you don't shave? I say, I'm not shaving. I am a Rasta and I doing it like, I'm not only Rastafarian, I am African, so I live in my liberty. I don't have to look as though the colonizer want I to look.
Do you have children?
One boy.
One boy. How old is this boy?
29 years.
So is this the same kind of belief that you share with him?
No, it's not the same kind, but I teach him and in meet up sometimes with some situation about where we have to use. He say, oh, my father tell me about this. You see, because you know, in this place, you will always have the privilege or the racism, and then when they meet up on that situation, now they realize what I telling them that it's good to know about themselves, about your history.
Well, I am all excited to learn and hear a lot about that. I came here to learn about you, but I also came here to learn about how you learned to cook and what got you in this type of industry.
Okay, I learned to cook at home, even just looking, because when I was at home, then they used to put me in the galley and say, go and cook. So I start, my grandmother was a great cooker, she was a good bakery. And then I started to live by a friend who was spare meal inside here. And I tell the guy, I see used to reach him and him have to cook in hour and leave. Him type was buyers. God bless the dead. Good friend of mine, like a brother, like a father. So I told him, I said, if you want, I cook, you know. He said, yeah, really? So I start to cook there. Then what I couldn't do, I just call my man and said, Mama, what you want to cook? This should be what you do. He tell me through phone and I start doing it. Then I get to know a good friend of mine was chef. His name is Rodolfo de Sus. His name is where I know, I say perfect, turn it in a kind of gourmet style.
Is this what you had always wanted to do?
No.
Was this your
Before
passion?
I was tailor. I used to make pants. Then I was barber. Then
Wait. You were what?
I was tailor. I used to sew pants.
Tailor is fine. And you say you were a barber?
Yes, I was a barber too.
You were cutting hair?
Yes.
Did you cut your own hair?
No, that was before in my youth time.
You were barber?
I was barber, yeah.
So what made you decide that this is that you're gonna forget all about those things that you were doing and make this your industry?
Well, this part is I can carry the liberty more deep down. You say what I keep, and with all the music, in any business I have, the Caribbean music have to be there. That's one of the law. The food have to keep living that, because many food we grandparents make disappearing. You have many food and they use them don't know about the food, and we hear say, hey, you used to have a thing named Bame, the blues jar, the thing like them things don't exist again. You only hear about it.
What do you make here?
I make here rice and peas, rondong, scobies, fish, mogo.
What is mogo?
Banana porridge, green banana, we make it a porridge with coconut milk.
Maybe it is like, do you sell it every day?
Not every day, sometimes.
It must be like hudot? Is it like and then they put fish in it?
No, that is we call that rondong.
That's rondong, okay.
The rondong is a soup fish, but the mogo now is a porridge. It's like if you make ox porridge, but you take you boil the green banana, you blend it up.
You sell it for breakfast?
When I make breakfast, I just
when you make breakfast? You don't make breakfast no more?
I don't make every day. Like if I have a group come and beg me for breakfast, that's always
So chances are before I leave Panama, I won't be able to taste
Well,
it.
sure, you will.
I'm not here forever, you know, Felix.
No, mind. I will make some mogo for you, make you taste.
When you make mogo? Tomorrow, maybe? I leave tomorrow?
Well, okay, tomorrow morning I make some mogo for you.
What time?
What time you leaving? Before you leave, you can.
What time you open here?
No, boy, if you tell me what I make the mogo for you tomorrow morning, you can come and drink your mogo tomorrow.
Tomorrow I am going to be here drinking mogo, and we're all gonna have a full conversation about that. But when we came in, you said you were going to offer us some lime juice. But this is no ordinary lime juice.
No, that's have ginger. Lime with ginger.
Like I want to stir it up because I noticed that the ginger is settling and I don't want to leave the ginger behind.
Okay.
You understand me? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, I mean, everything here that you make so far that I've seen, including the food that is on display right now, is extraordinary. So like you just dip that extra bit of love in it. When I expect lime juice, I say, well, yeah, the man has squeezed up some lime, put some sugar in it and bring it for me.
That make with lime juice, lime Daniel with ginger. Lime juice with ginger.
It's really good.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, what are your opening hours?
I always opening from 11:30. I close on. Let me explain to you. Our next business is in Cherokee, and the next one I start that January.
What do you do there? Another
restaurant. And if you go, you see the same fix up, the same Caribbean style, and it's a place where don't have much black people living. It's a touristy area. Yeah, touristy area.
All right. So. Tell me before we go, I'm hoping that we can try something from your hand. The man say, I send off prepare it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be coming back from, the name of this place is?
Ebony.
Why Ebony?
Ebony is same relating with black.
Ebony and ivory?
Exactly.
And this one
Ebony is the black wood, the strongest wood on the earth. So they use ebony to identify black race. That's why I use ebony.
I love it, but before we go, I'm going to share this fun fact with you from Legacy, and then after that, we're going to take a break and be back. Did you know that Legacy Fund Limited provides opportunities for individual or companies to purchase stocks in companies such as the Belize Electricity Limited and the Belize Water Services Limited? Contact Legacy Funds today to find out more.
Did you know that Travelers Liquors is the oldest operating distillery in Belize? In 1953, Mr. Jaime Omario Perdomo started blending Belizean products to produce rum for tourists. With creativity and foresight, he triumphed and built what is today Travelers Liquors, operating for almost 70 years. Our Heritage Museum is located in Belize City, open Monday through Saturday. We invite you to learn about the unique journey of our rum-making history. Thank you for choosing Travelers Liquors, always there.
The reason, and one of the main reasons I decided to run, besides the fact that I wanted to be the change, was because with the small business that I have, Jules, I have given so much with the little resources that I've had. And I believe, as a believer in Christ, that if you can be faithful with little, you will be faithful with much. I wanted to put myself in an area where there's more resources. With more resources, we can do more for Belmopan and the community. When I get in there, Belmopan is Belmopan, and everybody in Belmopan I serve. And the only thing I have in my business and outside is my word and my name. I am not going to break my reputation for anyone. I am here to work hard and to prove to the people of Belmopan that I am the most qualified out of those in the race. Emil Torres, be the change, be the future, be Belmopan. Not just me, you know. We, if you want to see the change, we got to be the change. We got to be the future. We got to be Belmopan.
This is Roaming Rhonda, and we have made our way, like I said before, in the business called Ebony. All right, and if you know anything about ebony, you know it is the opposite of ivory, okay? Everybody knows that song, Ebony and Ivory. Felix is our guy today. Felix is the man around here. Everybody says if you want to know anything about good food, stop in at Felix. You know what? I believe the people, so here we are. Felix, thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you, Al, for being here.
So I want to continue to learn about you, but I also want to continue to learn about you through the things that you have on display. I am sure you look like a man of intention. You're intentional in your ways, I think.
Yes, exactly.
You know, only an intentional man will stop shaving his head and let his hair grow. And then not only that, his facial hair as well. That has to be with intent.
Exactly.
So, I I want to learn a little bit about why you put the things in this shop and what is the significance of them.
Okay.
So let's start here if we can. If you are just joining us, I want you to share this live, tag as many of your friends as possible. We are still in Panama. We are in Bocas Del Toro. This is a border town to Costa Rica. So tell me, I mean, I see a lot of culture here.
Okay.
So, but I'm most interested in the rice and beans and water.
Okay, this is like a offering. This is a spiritual business we're doing here. Even before, when I just start with my liberty, as though I explained before, they make we believe that everything we ancestors do was bad. So the spiritual life, the spiritual liberty, them say but bad. So anybody come in here and don't understand this, they will say, oh, this man practicing warrior.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
No,
I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay, but you see, the warrior, they make we believe it's something bad. We ancestors use warrior to free themselves.
Well, obia might not be the term that I would choose because
science.
Obia is associated with bad in my mind, and I think in a lot of people's mind when we say obia, it's associated with negative energy. But I do believe that everybody have their belief, and we should respect.
Okay, that's what they use. They use it. The negative way who put it negative is the one who used to bad treat we. It's the one who used to beat we used to kill we, and say what we ancestors practice was bad. So we grow up with that thinking, say.
It's useless.
It's useless.
I'm not going to call it obia with all due respect. I really want to know the significance of it.
This is just a spiritual business we do to offering to we ancestors them who always with we.
Okay, so this is something for them.
Yeah, for them.
Let's keep moving around then. I would imagine that this has something to do with the kind of food and your heritage.
Well, yes. This is, I don't know if you all know this. This is a stink. We call it stinking toe.
It's buko.
Yeah, okay. We call it stinking toe. And you don't see it much again, so I keep that as a to make who they know about it, get to know about it. This is very good for the blood.
They can't get the real experience if you not broke this buku.
No.
They have to broke this buku.
No, you see what happened? You see what happened? This is so long. I don't think if it broke.
It was dry.
It's dry.
Yes.
So have it so long. This is what we call bitter wood. This is good for the blood.
Bitter's bark.
So you put it in water and you keep it in the ice box and you drink some glass of this every morning.
Wait, go slow, because this is very common in Belize, and I would like for persons to know how to use it to benefit from it.
This them can make even drink with it. Then put it and soak in water.
The inside bit?
The inside, yes, and you make even juice out of it. You can. We used to eat it normal, so then you make it in powder too.
However you want. And this is?
This is cocoa, but it dry up now and
notice.
Even I just keep these things as decorate the business to and have the place lit.
So this is just a constant reminder of your heritage and where you came from.
Exactly.
And then I see you have the wall filled with a lot of Rastafarians. Do you have any special?
This was my picture before I used to shave. This is me, same one. That's me. That's me.
This is you?
Yes. That feeling. They say that's it. It's a change I'm going doing all the time. I used to shave here before.
But you're dressed right up, Molly. You're dressed right up.
Yeah. I always
have I your whole regalia.
Yeah.
Beresford Francis.
That was my uncle. Him died in past. I know my uncle was a good boxer. Dead in 2012.
In 2012.
2012.
All right, if you are just joining us, this is Roaming Rhonda. We're roaming around Bocas Del Toro. We stopped into Felix, the place belonging to Felix. The restaurant is called Ebony. We're going to learn a little bit more about the culture and why Felix decides to live the way he did. Felix, you said you have 5 siblings, so you have 4 brothers and a sister, or 4 sisters and a brother?
4 sisters and a brother.
4 sisters and a brother. And you're the only one that chooses to go back to your roots.
The only one.
What keeps you committed to this choice?
Well, every day I study about my ancestors, about the African liberty. So I say, no, this is my way. And I would say, what you is what you is. When you maybe take you long to grow to it, but you have, each one of a bound with a commit. So I feel that is my.
Do you feel any pressure to exist in your freedom?
Sometimes.
By who?
By sometime by the outside the system now, the where we live, this is I would say white man country, but this you have many, you have Indian, you have Spanish people. What we call Spanish, even we they are Spanish because we black in a Spanish man tongue. But we call Spanish to the clear skin people them, no? The one who don't speak English, we say them is Spanish. We call them like we say Panya. We call them
You know,
Spanish.
it's really funny how we all have these ways of describing and almost discriminating, but then we don't want the same done to us. It's kind of
you see what I've been.
It's kind of a weird situation.
Actually, the system and teach us to fight against us.
Instead of we just accept.
Exactly. Weaken them, and you will dominate them more.
Well, why you need that? Why it just can't be?
No, what we don't need it. Them have be that kind of way.
A system is designed that way.
The system is designed with. Remember, the strongest arms in the hand of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. That's the strongest arm.
The man says so. I come here for the education and the entertainment and not forget the food. This here.
Okay, these doll, like I'm explaining, these doll, anywhere I see something black, what I mean black, I buy it. Or sometimes them like what them know me, some people just bring, hey, I bring this for you. You see, when I bought that angel, it was black complete, but yeah, the time it gets white.
Wait, you bought a black angel?
Yes, what
How
happened?
long you had this black angel that's turning white?
That is more than 20 years now. I was both of them was the boy and the girl. The boy dropped and broke. But even when I have these dolls, so this place fixed up with these dolls, many people don't like to come here because they say, no, when I go to that place, I see this guy practicing warrior. Any doll what is black then says bad. so that's the next thing why I do it, like a purpose to say, no, if you have a white angel, you're supposed to have a black angel.
I mean, it's all however you want to see it. And then you have the ships and you have a lot of other things in here.
Yeah.
You have a lot of message in this space.
Exactly.
All right?
You see, even, sorry, this picture here, when I get it,
Obama?
the other guy come in here and he asks me, who that guy? He asks me about Marcus Garvey. He don't know it's Marcus Garvey. Even I didn't know Marcus Garvey's story. It was so deep down and I didn't know. But Marcus Garvey is who inspired many of we black leaders. Many people don't know Marcus because they don't teach you about that in the school.
And then you have some sayings on the wall. It's the same saying you have in English and in Spanish. So the people then can't mistake it when they come.
They can't mistake it.
So what does it say?
I am not born in Africa, but Africa born in me.
Talk
You know,
long.
nací en Africa, pero Africa nació en mí. So when them say that, them know say,
The man serious.
I'm serious.
The man
They could
serious.
take out my ancestor out Africa, but they didn't take Africa out me. So I'm really serious in this.
All right, so again, tell me some of the things that you make in this place. What kind of food do you prepare here?
Well, yes, I'll explain. Everything is Caribbean, and it's not easy to have in this way because the people them love more the fast food, no? But I'm not leaving. I said I don't care how slow it business going. I'm not changing my culture food, my relative food to please no one. They said, why you don't make hamburger? Why you don't make? Even one time a black lady like me come in here and say, you don't make chow mein. I said, well, you don't go by the China man and beg him a plate of rice and beans. You're not getting it. So I'm not changing my rice and beans or my ancestor them food just to please. Even I know and I explain because when I have chance to go to any forum and I speak about them about the food, I say, if you all realize what black people eat is what the leader them didn't want, but with the blessing of them and then turn it in a gourmet food. Because we have to be realizing that what black people most eat is what them didn't want to give. I mean, what them didn't want was this, like what we call
The
it?
leftover.
The leftover. The pig foot, cow foot, ox tail, this and that. But we ancestors them with that blessing when them and then when them preparing it, them say one ask me what them people cooking smell that kind of way. So them come and taste it now and the food coming out in a gourmet food.
So
really.
I want to know what you cooking for make this place smell this kind of way. I think you can go inside and make we figure out what you to cook for make this place smell that kind of way.
I just cook scabies fish, I cook the rice and beans, I cook everything like that, yes.
All right, what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to leave you. Before we go, we're going to send you this fun fact from Legacy Fund Limited. Did you know that Legacy Fund Limited provides opportunities for individual or companies to purchase stocks in companies such as the Belize Electricity Limited and the Belize Water Services Limited? Contact Legacy Funds today to find out more.
The reason, and one of the main reasons I decided to run, besides the fact that I wanted to be the change, was because with the small business that I have, Jules, I have given so much with the little resources that I've had. And I believe, as a believer in Christ, that if you can be faithful with little, you will be faithful with much. I wanted to put myself in an area where there's more resources. With more resources, we can do more for Belmopan and the community. When I get in there, Belmopan is Belmopan, and everybody in Belmopan I serve. And the only thing I have in my business and outside is my word and my name. I am not going to break my reputation for anyone. I am here to work hard and to prove to the people of Belmopan that I am the most qualified out of those in the race. Emil Torres, be the change, be the future, be Belmopan. Not just me, you know. We, if you want to see the change, we got to be the change. We got to be the future. We got to be Belmopan.
Did you know that Travelers Liquors is the oldest operating distillery in Belize? In 1953, Mr. Jaime Omario Perdomo started blending Belizean products to produce rum for tourists. With creativity and foresight, he triumphed and built what is today Travelers Liquors, operating for almost 70 years. Our Heritage Museum is located in Belize City, open Monday through Saturday. We invite you to learn about the unique journey of our rum-making history. Thank you for choosing Travelers Liquors, always there.
Welcome back to Rum and Rhonda. We are at Ebony's right here in Bocas Del Toro. Felix. All right. Well, make her grab me juice. This ginger juice / lime juice that you made for me is really the best juice I've had since I set foot here. I want to talk a little bit about what you have here though, because a few of the things I've seen before, like coconut shell.
Yes.
I would imagine this is good coconut rice.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you really inspire me now. You know, one time I had a restaurant. I'm no cook, but I had a restaurant. And I used to always try to figure out, buy the bowl length or cup up my rice. That is so ridiculous. As I see this, I said, why me never think of that?
Well, you see, what happened, we know to grate the coconut, we use a machine. So the machine eat out the coconut. And after I say, I keep this, I said, but why I haven't done with this? So I put the rice in it. And sometimes when I serve in the rice, you have many people beg me this for souvenir. And they say, hey, this looks nice, give me, I said, go with it. They say, really? Yes. It called them attention so much because, like, oh my goodness, they never see it yet.
Not like that. I see it, but people throw it away.
Yes, and even, well, I tried one time to make some plate with it to can serve the soup in it, but it's more, I would have to have somebody who know how to do it. Like,
to design it properly.
To design it properly to that it can
make
only
it not
eat.
Move up.
Yeah, make it don't move up. Yeah.
What is?
That is, we call that patacon. That's some cross planting, but it doesn't make with planting. I make this with green banana.
Okay, so. Sorry, I have to use my hand, okay? That's how we normally eat anyway. No someone out there expect for me to use knife or fork. So this is just green banana?
Green banana, yeah, you fry it and then we just mash it. I mash it with a backer and you have to have, when you fry it first, you cut it this size, so like out of one banana, take out two. You make it fry it with low fire. When you take it out and you mash it now, you turn up the fire for well eat.
To make it crispy?
To make it crispy, yes.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Is this generally how a meal would be served?
Yeah, it depends, yes. Exactly. With rice, him salad, well I don't put no salad with rice, him salad and it's something else I'm doing too. Let me explain. I get in the ital line too, the food, because we are master who is what we eat. We have to gain eating good food to make me feel healthy. You know, sometimes people eat all kind of stuff and then sleep and get up tired and say, I don't know what is what, depends on what you eat.
It's what you eat. What is this, please? Tell me what kind of fish this is.
This is mackerel. That's Covey's fish I make there. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
I've tried to make escabeche fish many times, but obviously I've failed miserably. This is really good escabeche.
Thank you.
It's really, really good. This cameraman think that he's going to get lunch with me today. Without it. He'll have to eat something else, but this is all of my food for today. All of this right here.
Yeah.
All of this right here. But you know what I noticed about the type of food that you serve, that it is, it's all kind of natural. Nothing is...
Yeah, exactly. I don't use most artificial. The most is natural thing.
And things that are fresh, that are grown and you can access in your tongue. There's nothing here from a can, there's nothing here from a box. Everything here is what you can pretty much go outside your house, grab a fish, get some vegetables, and just make it together.
Exactly, yeah.
So this represents most of how your meals look.
Exactly, yeah, most.
For someone who's watching, and Panama is where everybody wants to come, but I always say if you come to Panama, you have to get out of the city. You have to come to towns like these where you can really enjoy the culture of the people and the difference in the people, and see how people celebrate themselves and their culture, especially through the way they appear, the food they eat, the language they speak, the music they listen to. This is all a way to identify yourself, and you have not missed a beat. You represent your ancestors here. You're aware of their existence in this space.
Like I always say, I is my ancestor is me. So it's those that they keep liberty, they keep studying more about myself. Although Marcus Garvey said, anyone without knowledge of them history is like a tree without a roots. So many of that is what taking place. So many black people, African people, because I don't use much black. When I speak, I say my Africanness, meaning the black, don't know about themselves. So here in Panama, you will find plenty of people saying, I'm proud of being black. But if you tell them, you is African, I don't know African, it's Panamanian. I say, I can't change my nationality, but I could never change my origin.
Or your heritage as well. I mean, it's all a combination of many things. Felix, I appreciate the time you took to share, and the enlightenment and the way you celebrate yourself and your culture in a space where I think in this time, in this day and age, a lot of persons are not so bold as they should be.
Exactly.
A lot of them are looking to conform. But you are not about confirmation. You are about standing out and standing up for your truest belief. Before we go, what would be one of the things that you would want people to remember about Felix?
Okay, what I would like to remember about Felix is that's a guy you always try to transmit and keep him liberty idle. Transmit him Africanness. Be always humble. Don't matter where you go, where you is, what you do, who you think you are. Be somebody humble always.
For persons that may never have been to Panama, what would be one of the things that when they come to Panama, they must do?
Always try to visit Bocas Del Toro. Bocas is where you find different ethnic of people. You find black, you have indigenous, you have Spaniard, you have many things. And you have the pretty beach in Bocas Island.
You definitely have said the truth. I have been all over Panama on this roaming Rhonda, and when we came to Bocas, I can vibe with the people. And I say maybe it's because I find a lot of people here that speak English, but really and truly, and I find other people that look like myself, if you know what I mean,
exactly,
and I can relate to.
Exactly.
But I think that you have a good mix, because I see, when there's some people, as I look at them, I can see they're Panamanian, because everybody have an idea of what a person would look like from a specific country. But then there are some other people that they were born here because of how they speak, but you're thinking, what's their heritage? Where are they from?
Yeah.
So
you see what happened? Even like my conversation always is the culture, the liberty. So when I was in Cherokee, I meet a girl. When I saw her, I know she black. So I want to hear what is she opinion. I know she have.
You know she black. You see she.
Yeah, I see her already. So I asked her. I said, "You a black girl, right?" She said, "No, I don't black. My father black, boy." I said, "What?" I said, "You don't know. You telling her." And I sit there and I speak. I guarded
but
it.
How you gonna know you're black?
You see what happened?
I want to know that. How you gonna know you're black? Like me, I know I'm black. As I see me, I know I'm black.
Okay, you see what happened here? The people them only qualify themselves as black only if they're dark skin. They say, they will say, I'm not black, I is brown, them then start lighting
You're black.
the color.
I had to, it's funny, and I'm definitely going to wrap up soon. But I had to share the same conversation with my daughter when she was very young. She would say, she said one day, she says, like she would say, that is black. No, that is brown. For instance, Uncle Felix, he's black.
Yeah.
And you are white. I say, you're crazy. Everybody who living in this house, black.
You see, but you see what happened? That is the cis part of the system, no? So even I was explaining them, I say, the Africanness or the blackness don't go by the color, it's go by the feature, the faction, you have the ear, don't care everything, the shape, the lip, the nose.
It really has to do with how you identify. I respect you. If you want to identify as a chair and you're walking around as a human being, it's your business.
Yeah.
I am not forcing you to identify how I identify, but I really would like for people to respect how other people identify. That is my bottom line. You could identify however you want. We're not here to force you to identify how you want. But we have a general responsibility to share different beliefs and people's opinion, and this is what we're doing right now.
Even what I do, and I try to, because you see, we all speak English here, Creole English. We all speak the Creole English. When we go in school, them used to tell we, stop speak that is a bad English. So many of them now get shamed to speak it, and it's disappearing. First, when you used to say when we small coming up, we learn Spanish in school, but at home we speak English. Now it's all the contrary. Now you have black children, then have to send them and get teacher for teach them English, and when them back home language is this Creole English.
Well, I am so happy that you didn't listen, because had you listened, I would not be sitting here today. What I'm going to do, we're definitely going to wrap up this tour from Bocas Del Toro. I want to say that it has been a fun day. We kind of just took it easy today. We stopped in here to learn a little bit, to show the human aspect. We've been showing you a lot of the tourist things that we do. And while this is a tourist thing, I think it is important for us to have conversation with the people living in this society and in this community. I'm grateful that Felix took the time to share with us and the food and the whole experience. We want you, wherever you are, to celebrate yourself in the way that you choose. Again, what I'm going to say is thank you. We hope that you join us tomorrow evening again at 7:30 for another episode of Roaming Rhonda in Panama.
Blessed.